baby.
All right, well, the season's here. You got Irvine coming in tomorrow, so two-part question. How excited are you for the season to finally be here, and how ready is this team to go out and hopefully get a sweep?
It's time. You know, we've been busting it since August, and, you know, we scrimmaged, I think, 32 times against each other, so it's time to actually play somebody else. I'm about as excited as I could be. You know, this is a team that last played their last game in Omaha, coming into our ballpark, and absolutely perfect weather. Atmosphere is going to be great. I can't wait for tomorrow to get here.
You said a couple of weeks ago that you love the fact that this is an older pitching staff. Have you already started to see that a little bit with maybe some mentoring going on and also just the experience in practice?
Yeah, there's no doubt that this is an older group, more composed. You know, I just watched Mundell throw his bullpen, and it was like watching a spring training professional player throw his bullpen. I mean, they understand it, they get it. They don't have to be told every pitch what pitch to throw, or they've got a sequence that they're going to work on, and it's just really nice to have veterans who get it. They understand how to practice, and then you can get way past just the structure of it and get into actual learning and getting better, and they've been fantastic with that.
Your rotation, I believe, for the weekend is Lambert tomorrow, Dylan Lee Saturday, and then Mundell on Sunday, correct? How much confidence do you have in those guys, and how did you come up with those three?
Well, Jimmy's just really been throwing the ball well. He just keeps getting better and better. You know, his numbers weren't indicative of how he pitched last year. He really did throw the ball well. I mean, perfect example is his game at Irvine. You know, he lost a 1-0 game to Irvine at Irvine, and he pitched so well throughout, and the numbers didn't reflect, especially in the win column, how well he really pitched. And now he's a sophomore and been through it, and you know, I expect him to be a real Friday guy. And Lee's coming off a great year at COS, where they won the championship there last year. And at one point he was 13-0. I don't know how he finished up, maybe 13-1 or maybe 13-0. I'm not sure, but you know, he's came in and he's taking control of this. You know, he's a junior and he's pitched like a junior. He's a very mature, advanced in age pitcher. And then we can finish the weekend with the senior and Mundell. And when's the last time we can say that we've had a sophomore, junior, and senior pitching in our rotation? It's been a few years, so I'm excited to watch these older guys go out and pitch instead of trying to survive. And we've been so young on the mound that guys have been going out there and just trying to survive 5 or 6 innings, and now we've got guys that I'm excited to watch them go out and pitch, and that's really going to help us, I think.
Not to look obviously too far down the road, but would the assumption be that Borst would then go Tuesday if you don't need to use him this weekend?
Everybody else is on the board. We'll figure out Tuesday when we get to Tuesday. I expect Timmy to pitch at some point tomorrow.
Gotcha. Fair enough. With Manny and with Mundell being captains for this year, what are your expectations for them?
Well, those two guys have just done a tremendous job. It's the first time in my coaching career, you know, 22 years I've been in Division I baseball, we've never actually named captains and put a C on their uniform and done the whole formal thing. And they've really taken to it well. They're very mature, both seniors, which is nice to have seniors as captains. And they control it, and they run practice really for me. And it's really nice for me to be able to turn my back on what's going on and grab one kid or 2 kids and go work on something small for a minute or two, knowing that the rest of it's getting done and getting done right. And that's really been nice as a coach for me.
With the way that last season ended, is it motivation enough to just tell the older guys in the program who have rings for every year they've been in the program up to 2 years ago, this is what you want, this is what you have to work for?
Well, you know, we've got 3 goals for our program. Number 1 is that this is the best 3 or 4 years of their life, and that can't happen if they don't get number 2 done, which is getting their degree. And then number 3 is we want them to get a ring or 2 along the way. Will we ever hit a run of 7 in a row where everybody in the program's got a ring for every year they've been in the program for 3 or 4 years or whatever that was? Probably not. That was a crazy run, but we do expect them to get 1 or 2 while they're here, and this is the year for us to do that.
The importance of the non-conference portion of the season. Obviously, your number 1 goal is to win a conference championship, but this can help with seeding purposes. It could help with at-large potentially if that were to come to it. How do you relay the message of the importance of these games?
Well, you know, it brings all the things you talked about, the RPI and the recognition, and you'll probably get ranked if you win 2 out of 3 this week and all that stuff. That's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is getting ready for our Mountain West Conference play. And to do that, you got to play the best people. You can't play teams that aren't very good and end up 3-0 at the end of the weekend and be deked thinking that you got things figured out, and then you get to conference and you get exposed. The key is to get exposed early by good teams, and hopefully you win a couple along the way. but you got to play the best team so you know what you're dealing with is real. So when you get to conference, you know what you're doing.